אשרי האיש אשר לא הלך בעצת רשעים ובדרך חטאים לא עמד ובמושב ליצים לא ישב, כי בתורת אדוני חפצו ובתורתו יהגה יומם ולילה. והיה כעץ שתול על פלגי מים, אשר פריו ייתן בעיתו ועולהו לא ייבול, וכל אשר יעשה יצליח. לא כן הרשעים, כי אם כמוץ אשר תדפנו רוח, על כן לא יקומו רשעים במשפט וחטאים בעדת צדיקים, כי יודע אדוני דרך צדיקים ודרך רשעים תאבד.
The praises of man are not that he did not follow the counsel of the wicked, neither did he stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the company of scorners. But his desire in the law of the Lord, and his law he meditates day and night. He shall be as a tree planted beside the rivulets of water, which bring forth its fruit in seasons, and its leaves do not wilt, and whatever he does prospers. Not so the wicked, but they are like chaff that in the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked shall not stand up in judgment, nor shall the sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked shall perish.
זכרי. מזמור מכתם לדוד, שמרני אל כי חוסיסי בך. אמרת לאדוני, אדוני אתה טובתי בא ללך, לקדושים אשר בארץ אימה, ואדירי כל חפצי בם. ירבו עצותם אחר מהרו, בא להסליך נזקיהם מדם, ובא לשא את שמותם על שפתי. אדוני מנס חולקי וכוסי, אתה תמיר גורלי. חבלים נפלו בי בנעימים, אף נחלת שפרה עלי. אברך את אדוני אשר יעצני, אף לילות יסרוני כליותיי. שיביתי אדוני לנגדי תמיד, כי מימיני בא למות. לכן שמח ליבי ויגל כבודי, הבשרי ישכון לבטח. כי לא תעזוב נפשי לשאול, לא תיתן חסידיך לראות שוחד. תודיעני אורח חיים סוב השמחות, את פניך נעמוד בעמך נצח.
A Milcham of David, O God, guard me, for I have taken refuge in you. You should say to the Lord, you are my master, my good is not incumbent upon you. For the holy ones who are in the earth, and the mighty ones whom is all my delight, may the sorrows of those who hasten on another increase. I will not pour their libations of blood, nor will I take their names upon my lips. The Lord is allotted portion in my cup. You guide my destiny. Portions have not fallen to me in pleasant places. Even the inheritance pleases me. I will bless the Lord who counseled me. Even at night, my conscience instructs me. At my right hand I will not falter. Therefore I have rejoiced, and my soul was glad. Even my flesh shall dwell in safety. For you shall not forsake my soul to the grave. You shall not allow your pious one to see the pit. You shall let me know the way of life, the fullness of joys in your presence. There is pleasantness in your right hand forever.
Thank you. And now we'll call up Kyle for chapter 23. מזמור לדוד, אדוני רואי לא יחסר, בינות דשא ירביצני, על מי מנוחות ינעלני. נפשי שובב ינחני במעגלי צדק למען שמו, גם כי אלך בגיא המוות לא ירא רע, כי אתה עמדי. שבטך ומשענתך אימה נחמוני, תערוך לפני שולחן נגד צורריי, דישנת בשמן ראשי כוסי רוויה, אך טוב החסד רדפוני כל ימי חיי, ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים.
A song of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He causes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even when I walk in the valley of darkness, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You set a table before me in the presence of my adversaries. You anointed my head with oil, my cup overflows. May only goodness and kindness pursue me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord for the length of the days.
your mother, Marlene Apple, had an unusual story. But before, I want to just offer my condolences to the kids, Jill and Dan, Susan and Mark, Rab and Steffi, and the grandchildren, Zachary and Jamie, who is going to be here tomorrow, Jacob, Carly, and Kyle, Danny, Marissa, and Jillian. Just 11 months ago, we were here, exactly 11 months ago, to say goodbye to your father. And as we all know, you recite Kaddish for 11 months. The morning is for 12 months, but the Kaddish is for 11 months. Because no matter which Jew, the longest Kaddish you say is 12 months. Even let's say the Jew needs the most help, is you say Kaddish for 12 months. Because you don't want to assume that your parents is the one who needs the most help, then you do only, the custom is to do 11 months and 1 day. Thursday, Rab was saying his last Kaddish by us in our synagogue at Zohar Chabad. And not only saying Kaddish, he used to lead a service every morning for 11 months, every day. Wow, what a good boy. Every day he showed up. He showed up before everybody, before me for sure. And we said, we kind of congratulate him that he finished the Kaddish for his father, got an aliyah, and we kind of encouraged him to continue to come. And I knew he will continue, but Thursday night he called me that his mother passed away. That if we need anything to choose about the connection between your parents, that's, I saw right away when I heard that she passed away, the exact day when the Kaddish was done for the father, I knew must be every couple are soulmates, but a couple like this must be, there is something very deep and very connecting between these two. But when I was sitting with the whole wonderful family last night, I understood the depth of the connection between your father and your mother. Your mother lost her mother when she was 14 years old, on your birthday. And yesterday was your birthday too. Her mother was, they said, was 48 years old when she passed away. Your mother's mother. Your mother was 84 years old when she passed away. If you think about, you flip the numbers. Not only this, your mother lived a lifetime after she lost her mother. 70 years in Judaism is a lifetime. It's written a person lives 70, if he's strong, he lives 80, if he's very blessed, 84. Then she lived the whole life, 70 years after she lost her mother. By the age of 18, she lost her father. And then she met Sheldon. She met your father, right? And there is no surprise then when your person loses your mother and your father, then she meets you bashert. This is not just a connection between a regular couple. This is such a deep connection that's holds on forever. And as you mentioned yesterday, your father's parents adopted her as like your daughter, like their daughter. And she treated them like that's are your parents. They got married when they were 21 years old, and they were married for 61 years. What a blessing. That our life together, everything doing together was a love affair. He was 4 months younger than her. After they got married, they had 3 children. And then she went to college. What the real excitement was, she was in the fashion industry. She sold everything, clothing, jewelry, bridal gowns. And she was a very good salesperson. When she wanted you to buy something, you bought it. She insisted. Now you tell me this? Maybe you can use it for the synagogue a few years ago. I think Susan told me yesterday she used to buy for the kids, she used to buy the girls purses. She used to pay for it, and she was such a salesman, she used to insist on explaining her why this purse is the best thing to buy. And Susan tells her, anyway, you're paying for it. You don't have to convince me. I will take it. But she was in the mood of teaching and proving her point. She used to sell bridal gowns. She stopped. She quit it when she couldn't carry the gowns. It was too heavy for her. The store begged her to come back and said, we'll give you an assistant to carry for you the gowns. Just you should be here to sell it. But she wasn't just a good salesperson. She was a seller. She was a good buyer too. She loved shopping, and very much. And she used to bring the stuff home, and she used to tell them, don't tell daddy. Put it away. And as I understood, that's a very common behavior among Jewish women. And a few days later, you used to ask her, what's this? She said, oh, I have it for a long time. It's not even a lie. She has it already for a few days. That's it. They didn't see it. It's his problem. The kids have the grandchildren have also good memories from her shopping. She once took Danny shopping, and she took her to a store for her own clothing, not for Danny. Danny was a little girl. And she tried many things. She asked her granddaughter's opinion. And she finished, she says, it's I love to go shopping with you. That's amazing. Other granddaughters, I think Kyle said that she took her shopping. She took her for a doctor's appointment, and then she, instead of bringing her back home or to school, they went shopping. They went to have fun. But jewelry is not the affair between Jewish women and jewelry didn't start in our generation. It's written in the Bible when Moses, and he came out right after Mount Sinai, 40 days later, the Jewish people wanted to build the golden calf. Aaron, by trying to delay it, told them, go bring your jewelry from your wives and your daughters. They went to the women, and they didn't want to give the jewelry for building the golden calf. And the men gave their own jewelry, their own gold to build the golden calf. But later, when Moses came down from Mount Sinai, and he said, we need to build a temple for God, a portable sanctuary, as an atonement for the golden calf, the Jewish women were the first one to come and to donate their jewelry to build a temple for God. Since then, we know that the Jewish women always make the right choices. The men, nothing so special. What was most important to your mother was the family. Every Sunday, she used to come together. The whole family used to come together to her house. She used to have a supper for everybody, and everybody had to show up. Your mother was a very special person, as you said. She was a very social person. It's an interesting combination. She told everyone the truth. What she felt about you, you knew it right away. Didn't take much. And still, everybody loved her. Everybody wanted to be her friend. Your parents were very social people. And I was thinking about that. It's how you say it. It's not what you say. When she said it, she didn't say that with anger, with hate, or with putting anybody down. She just told you that looks good on you, that doesn't look good on you. With this, you look like a moron. With this, you know. But she said it in such a way that it came out love with that. That's why people like to be around her. And even when she was in Menorah Park, as you mentioned yesterday, everybody wanted to be a friend. She used to say, when she's on her wheelchair, let's go faster, faster. I don't want to be a friend of this person, or I want to be a friend of the other one. But beside her friends that were very important to her, and her family was very important to her, was one more thing was important in her life, the dog, Bernie. Then for the dog, he was allowed to do anything and everything, and he was congratulated for every bad thing that he just did. We'll not go into detail what are the bad things that he did, or just yesterday when I saw I was speaking with your whole family, and now I saw everybody gets along and have such a good time together. I realized that your mother accomplished her goal. She raised a big family, a loving family, then the goal is accomplished when you are not around and your family continues in the tradition, in the Jewish tradition, and keeping together. People actually, everybody is talking to each other and enjoying each other, then you know that your mission was accomplished. תהי נשמתה צרורה בצרור החיים. And now we'll hear from the kids.
We'd like to thank everybody for coming today to help us celebrate our mom. Our mother was a go-getter. When the three of us were in school full-time, she went back to school to get her associate's degree. She attended Tri-C and told the class that her name was Marlene, but they could call her Mom.
She loved fashion. She had a great eye and was a terrific salesperson. She sold handbags, wedding dresses, women's apparel, and then jewelry. In between these jobs, she started her own business as a manufacturer's rep for jewelry and accessories. She would travel all over Ohio and Michigan selling her jewelry lines. She would attend markets in New York and always look for new products. She was very proud of her business. One of her old employers saw her once when she was in her wheelchair and told her, even in a wheelchair, you could outsell anyone. One thing she could say about my mom is she was real. If she liked you, she loved you. If she didn't, you knew. She just kept it real. There are so many funny stories when it comes to our mom, and we'd like to share a few. When Robert was a baby, she was coming home from Penny's with his baby pictures. And Robert was the cute, chubby baby. She was so excited to get home that she sped. A policeman pulled her over, and it was probably his first and last day on the job. He asked to see her license. She said no. He's like, why not? She said, because you're going to look at my weight. He said, no, I'm not going to look at your weight. She said, no. She goes, now we're talking about it. You're going to look at my weight. And then she goes, and you know what else? It wasn't even my weight. It's my goal weight. So then he started to lose patience with her. And then she proceeded to show him pictures of Robert. Needless to say, Zach got so fed up with her, he said, you know what, just go home, slow down, go to your family, get out of here. Another funny story, this is my favorite, when she had a friend who was in PTA, and the president, and she asked her to volunteer for the elementary school carnival. And my mom hated PTA, and she hated volunteering, but she did it. And she got the coveted position of running the goldfish booth. So she put all the fish in their Chinese takeout containers. She put them on the heater. The heater was on, okay? Needless to say, she killed all the fish. And then she ended up passing out the dead fish for prizes. She'd give them to the kids, they'd open them up, and they'd say, ew, I think it's dead. And she told them, go home, throw some salt on it, it'll be fine.
When I was in ninth grade, I used to play the trumpet. I didn't want to play the trumpet anymore. So the guidance counselor wouldn't let me quit. She said, your mom has to come to the school and meet with me. So I remember walking past the office around the time she was supposed to come in, and I saw this beautiful woman. She had all made up in a full-length mink coat, and it was my mother. And she looked like a movie star. And after she left, they called me down to the office, and the guidance counselor said to me, well, you don't have to play trumpet anymore, but your mother had a great coat. And when I was ready to ask Steffi to marry me, I told my parents. And my mother didn't say congratulations or mazel tov or how nice. She said, the first thing she said was, what are you going to do about a ring? And when I told her what I was planning on doing, she said, that's not big enough. So she made sure I ponied up for the proper ring.
I remember once walking in to get my hair cut, and I heard crazy laughter coming from the back of the room. My mother was getting her nails done with Polina, and someone said, what's going on back there? And I heard someone else say, oh, Marlene must be back there. That's why they're all laughing. My favorite story, one of my favorite stories is, even at Menorah Park, my mother knew her inventory of clothing, and she knew exactly what she had and what she wanted to wear. And I remember one Saturday we went there every Saturday, And she said, you have to get me more skinny jeans. I need more skinny jeans. I'm out of skinny jeans. I said, I just bought you 4 pairs of skinny jeans. I know you have skinny jeans. They're here somewhere. She goes, no, they're not. They're not here. I said, okay, fine. And we're wheeling her to meet my dad with everyone else. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my dad. And I go, what are you wearing? And he said, I'm wearing my sweatpants. I said, oh, I said, you're wearing Mom's skinny jeans. And I said, Mom, there are your skinny jeans. He goes, and my dad says, you know, they're very comfortable. My mom was a lot of fun. She and my dad were crazy. They really had fun together. They traveled and shopped and enjoyed life to the fullest. In the late 90s, she took up line dancing with her friends, and they used to go line dancing to bars every Thursday night. They even had a girls' trip to Nashville. Our mom, she was a wonderful mother, wife, and grandmother, but most importantly, an awesome daughter-in-law. She lost her mother when she was 14, actually, on her 14th birthday, and my dad when she was 18. She treated our grandparents, her in-laws, just like her parents. She was wonderful with them. So was Aunt Bonnie. Shout out to Aunt Bonnie over there.
The last 7 years were not what she planned, but she accepted it. In 2011, our dad he had to go to Menorah Park, and my mom followed a year later. And that was not the way they wanted to spend their retirement. We all made the best of the situation. Even at Menorah Park, we spent so much time laughing and just being together. Unbeknownst to our parents, they brought us out.
Want us to
Closer together, even if that was possible. For 7 years, we, the 3 kids, when whatever grandkids were around, would spend every Saturday sitting at Menorah Park reminiscing, and every Sunday at Pearl's, the snack shop there, and we'd have breakfast or lunch. There was a time when the 3 of us were out of town, and the grandchildren that were in town went to Menorah Park to take their grandparents to Pearl's for lunch. From generation to generation, there is no greater lesson that we could teach our children.
Now we sit here and it seems just like that they're both gone. We will develop a new normal, go on with our lives, but we will not be the same. Menorah Park was a huge part of our family for the last 7 years. Thank you to all the staff for being so great to our parents and our family. And also thank you for truly embracing our mother's spirited way of engaging in conversation. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Others you'll have to ask. Our parents are together again, laughing with each other, shopping, eating Dunkin' Donuts, and doing all the things they enjoyed so much. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for all you did for us, our kids, and setting the example of what it truly means to be a family.
Nobody else is talking. Listen. Please rise for the memorial service.
El Mole Rachamim, Shochem Baromim, Hamatzei Menucha Nechona, Al Kanfei Hashkina, Vamalos Kedoshim Uvetzaharim, Kazohar, Harakia Maschirim, Es Nishmas, Masha Bashi Hoshua, Shachal Halcha Leoma, Bavor Shanachnu, Mispalalim, Be'ar Haskaras, Nismacha, Bagan Eden Tehe Menuchasa. Lachain Baal Harachamim Yastireha Baseser Kanafa Valeolamim Hayitzor Bitzor Hachayim Es Nishmasa Adonai Hu Nachalasa Vasa Nuach Bashalom Al Mishkava Venomar Amen. God, full of compassion, who dwells on high, grant proper repose on the sheltering wings of your presence, in the lofty levels of the holy and pure who shine as the brightness of the firmament, unto the soul of Masha Basha Hoshua, who has gone to her world, and for whose memory we pray. May her repose be in paradise. May the Master of Compassion bring her under the cover of God's wings, and bind her soul in the bond of life. May the Lord be her heritage, and may she repose on her resting place in peace, and let us respond, Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. Continue to the cemetery, and then the family is going to see Shiva at the house of Susan and Mark Schlesinger on 25035 Margaret Court in Beechwood. Services every day at 4:45 in the afternoon. The times for the Shiva, check yourself up.